Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Whiskey Wednesday. We're going to be recording this one a little bit earlier. Today is Monday, because I'll be up in DFW, that's Dallas-Fort Worth area, for the next few days. And that's good, because we just went to his show at ACL Live on Saturday, and it's fresh on my mind. So today I picked When the Good Old Boys Age Out by none other than Jon Wolfe. It's off the upcoming Dos Corazones album. And you can see the album art here in the bottom right. And it's one of the 4 songs released on the Chapter 1 EP, which is a preview of the album. And it's definitely probably my favorite song off of that EP. Although the song Tequila Sundown is really growing on me because it really makes you just think you're in a Mexican bar. And that's kind of exactly how and why he wrote it. But instead of going deep on this song and diving deep into the album, I'm just going to let you listen to Chapter 1 yourself and instead shift a little bit and talk about his concert at ACL Live on Saturday night. So Jon was giving away some tickets on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I decided I would take a shot as Daily Texas Country. I posted some stuff and saying, hey, me and Gabby, my wife, would totally want to go to your show. And lo and behold, he actually picked us to win 2 tickets, and that was great. Like, super happy about that. So we didn't have to pay to get in the door, but of course drinks and everything are pretty dang expensive at ACL Live. Other than that, I really love the venue. The sound that comes off the stage is absolutely amazing. The last band we saw there was Randy Rogers, and like from the first chord you just knew that the speaker system and the sound quality was impeccable. So ACL Live sits kind of in the heart of downtown Austin. It's on 2nd Street, which is kind of a fancy area of downtown Austin, but it's also right next to like City Hall and the Lady Bird Lake, like hike and bike trail. And you also kind of get like some seedy people around there sometimes. And so you never know like the type of crowd you're going to get at these shows. For instance, there was a group of like 6 or 8 girls all in like tight party dresses going out. But you also had, a bunch of folks wearing cowboy hats and boots. And I definitely got a sense that the crowd for this show was all long-time Jon Wolfe fans. Like they knew him back from his first album, his first songs, his first shows. So it definitely felt like a Jon Wolfe appreciation concert. It was almost like his homecoming, because he does live in Austin. He's playing a hometown show. He just came off this big announcement of Dos Corazones and the album and all that stuff. So I guess it should have been a show where he that was big for him, right? And honestly, although he should have maybe felt pretty comfortable on stage because it was a home show, I know he had a lot of like friends and family out there. And you could kind of tell because he seemed a little bit nervous on stage. Like the first couple songs, he was breaking a sweat, right? Because the lights are on him and everything. But it almost felt like he wasn't totally settled on stage. But after a few songs, he kind of got comfortable, got his feet under him. And not to say that anything was bad, but like after seeing enough Jon Wolfe shows, when he's on his A game and when something's throwing him off. And I think it took him a little bit longer to settle in. And that was kind of cool to see, honestly, But like I said, he had friends and family there. His wife, Amber, was there. And like, honestly, she was hard to miss. She was wearing like these silver sequin bell-bottom pants that like reflected the light from the whole place. So like she was like a walking beacon going around. And she does the thing that she always does at shows. She walks around and she talks to and engages the crowd. It's almost like she's the face of PR and marketing for Jon Wolfe. Everybody knows Amber just as much as everybody knows him. So it's really cool that that marriage really has this supportive attitude where she supports him like that. And I don't know, it's good, always good to see like family there like that, as well as Mama Wolfe, who was also there. He even gave her a shout out in the middle of the show, called her up, gave her a kiss. It was real sweet. So definitely a very personal show for him. So Jon was definitely on stage throwing a bunch of koozies, a bunch of picks. He had like probably 20 picks on his microphone stand at any time, and a stack of koozies that he was throwing out. And it definitely like brought the crowd in closer, livened everything up. And it was nice to see like it turned into a little bit of a party there for a while. Gabby and I even got a few dances in, and they were pretty good for it being on like a concert venue dance floor. It's not even a dance floor. It's just like a cement floor. So he played lots of old stuff, hits from all of his previous albums, as well as the entire Chapter 1 EP. And he kind of like gave a little speech beforehand. He was like, got up there and he said, "We just released all this stuff. Do you mind if we play it for you? And if we screw up, don't judge us. Besides, you don't know the words anyway." And it's kind of wild because I was looking around. The album had been released for just a couple days at that point. People already knew all the words, you know. They're a little bit ahead of me. Like I knew the songs, but I couldn't sing along to them. He did bring a photographer / videographer that night. And so this guy was taking pictures from the stage, from the floor. He also had a gimbal and was taking video. And specifically, he was taking video during Conrad's song, which is also called "Why Can't You?" And he kind of prompted the crowd to like, you know, put up your cell phone and your flashlight and do that kind of thing, because, you know, this is a song that was kind of written for Conrad, his stage manager, who passed away, you know, through the course of coronavirus and everything. So it was definitely a sad moment, and Jon took a minute to talk about that, acknowledge that, and then went into this song. So maybe that footage will get used somewhere in a music video or part of that documentary thing that he might be releasing about this album. It was a really cool moment to be there for. Now, when they finished the show, Jon and his band all got up and walked off stage, and then the crowd got the chant going, "Johnny fucking Wolfe, Johnny fucking Wolfe," right? And then after a little while, they did come back on and they played, I think, one or two more songs. I can't really remember. The double whiskeys were getting to me at that point. But unfortunately, Jon didn't make it out to the booth for any meet and greets, which really sucked. Like I really thought with a show that felt this small and this intimate and this personal, we were going to get a little more like interaction. And I was especially hopeful because we won those tickets. I even sent him a message. I was like, Jon, you know, let us take a shot with you before the show. But understand it was a big night, you know. But we did make it out to the booth. As you can see, I got this new shirt, Jon Wolfe Country. It's got like that Mexican pattern here, and then on the back it actually says the exact same thing, but instead of Jon Wolfe Country, it says Juan Lobo Tequila, but it's the same design and everything like that. Also picked up 2 koozies. It's been a long time since we've been to a Jon Wolfe show, so we had to get new merch. That's Not Very Texas of You. That's an older song for sure. And I love this, the one that looks like Wrangler jeans with Jon Wolfe on the, or is it Wrangler or Levi? I don't know. And Jon Wolfe on the label right there. My wife also got a shirt, this little tiny tank toppy thing. So definitely had to get a bunch of merch because it's been so long since we've been to a Jon Wolfe show. But he wasn't out at the booth. Kylie Frey was. She was the opener. She's a little short girl. She's based out of Nashville. She played a mix of covers and her own stuff, and she had a lot of energy on stage. She was definitely like a really good performer, and that was refreshing. You know, like I feel like a lot of times people just stand in front of the microphone and do their thing. But we did get some photos and everything, so I'll show you all that now. Just a couple photos from the show. So this is Kylie Frey, and I said she was short, but she looks tall here. You got to realize the heels are like, I don't know, 6 inches tall, and she has a big cowboy hat sitting on her head, so she's a lot shorter than you think. But yeah, she was a little ball of energy for sure. So this is Jon playing some of his older stuff. As you can see, the stage hasn't been updated for Dos Corazones yet. He's still got, feels like country music stuff, but you know, the setup looked really good. Like I said, the sound was awesome, and you can see all the picks on his mic stand. There's a ton of them. Coming over here. Lots of good sing-along songs. Now you got Tequila Sundown. I didn't think they screwed anything up. I thought the new stuff sounded great on stage. Here's Us. And this is Conrad's song here. Lights kind of went down. Everybody held up their cell phones. Yeah, there's the videographer. And then that's about it. Yep. And then ACL Live, they got the little stickers going down the steps. So I'm going to be posting all that stuff on Instagram and Twitter. So make sure to go check there. That's twitter.com/dailytxcountry. We also post one song every day from the Daily Texas Country playlist there. And of course, instagram.com/dailytexascountry. So awesome to see Jon Wolfe again. Felt like family, felt like home. And that's it for this week's Whiskey Wednesday. Y'all take care.